moment. My onions are looking translucent at the moment. I want to go a step further until they're at least a little bit golden brown. Same with your mushrooms. You want them all sauteed nicely. You can add a little bit more butter, or you can add some oil at this stage. It's not going to harm it whatsoever. You could probably use a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter at the start, just so you've got enough butter there to saute from the start, instead of adding so much. You don't want to add your salt and pepper at this stage. You want to add it towards the end. The salt and pepper, if you add during cooking, will intensify and you'll get a much saltier or much peppier taste than you first intended. I'm actually going to add a little bit of chili to my pasta. This is optional for yours. So I'm going to show you what I did for chopping that in a second, just because I didn't do it at the start. So. As you can see, my mushrooms are starting to go golden and my onions are translucent at the moment. I'm just going to go a little bit more, and it should be okay to start adding your mince for cooking. Just check your pasta at this stage. It's been about 10 minutes. Okay, turn your pasta off. Mine was done. It's about al dente, just a little bit over at the moment. So I'm just going to drain that while this continues to cook. Just be careful of the steam. You don't want to burn yourself. Try and get as much of the water out as possible, just so your sauce doesn't spin out when you add the sauce to the pasta. Alright, cover it back up and just leave it to the side. Now I've got my onion and mushroom to how I like it. I'm just going to add my mince straight into the pan. Now I don't have a whole lot of mince here compared to how much mushroom in that, but like I said, it will juice down, and plus it's only for 2 people, 2 to 3 people at max mine is, depending on how much you want to make for, depending on how much mince you'll use, and the rest of the ingredients. Alright, you just want to give that a flick and let it cook all the way, not all the way through, just so all the mince is brown. It might be a little bit pink inside, but we've got to simmer it yet, so it will cook even further. Alright, my mince is all brown. There's a little bit of pink on a few items, a few pieces that are big, but that's quite okay. Now what you want to do is add your tomatoes and your can of tomatoes, if you've got them. Otherwise you can just add your sauce, depending on how much you have. I'm just going to add one more can of tomatoes. It's up to you how much tomatoes you want. Obviously if you have the pre-made sauces from the shop, that'll be enough. So you can add some tomatoes. Really it's up to you how much tomato you want in it. Going to add a little bit of tomato sauce just to give it a little bit more saucy to it. Obviously you don't have to, it's up to you. Now you just want to let it simmer at this stage. You can add some mixed herbs, which I didn't explain at the start, but I'm going to add some. inch or two. This stage I'm just going to give it a little bit of a taste because the canned tomatoes usually have some salt in them. And you don't want to over-salt it. I mean, okay. It doesn't look that great. Well, to me, I don't know. It tastes fantastic. Probably could use some pepper and a little bit more salt. At this stage, I'm just going to add pepper, some salt. That's not pepper. This is pepper. And a little bit of pepper. And just give that a flip through. Alright. Just leave that to simmer for a few minutes. There's one more ingredient I actually forgot to add, which is fire roasted red pepper strips, marinated. I'm just going to add a few. Alright, now plating it up. Just straightforward. Get your pasta. You want to add a little bit of olive oil to your pasta, just so it doesn't stick. You can add this at any time once pasta's been drained. Adding mine now. It's up to you when you add it. Alright, just put some pasta on the plate there. Depending how hungry you are, obviously to how much you want to eat, to how much you put on the plate. Alright. There we go. Now for your mince. Mine's got a lot of veggies and whatnot through them. That's good. Nice and healthy. I'm doing about 3 spoonfuls of stuff. It's up to you, obviously. This could easily feed 4, 5, maybe even 6 people. Alright. I've got some grated Parmesan cheese here. I'm just going to add a little bit to both of them. It's up to you if you want the cheese or not. It really doesn't matter. And there we have it.